Okay, hello everyone, it's your bud. So I'm gonna have to do this video quickly. Doesn't sound like my neighbor's gonna stop doing their construction or whatever. I thought they might stop around dinner time, but I guess not. So I'm gonna do this pretty quickly so we can just get a cool video for you guys out today so you can learn about a neat idea. So today we're gonna be talking about the Mesmer. Now the Mesmer are from Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. Now there is some things on a wiki here discussing more things about the Mesmer. Now this is cut off by the camera here, but this is just someone discussing a little bit about it, more like about PvE and how you can learn about the Mesmers and things like that. So I'm just going to be going over to this one. This is the guildwars2.com wiki. So the cool things about Mesmers are this. Mesmers are magical duelists who wield deception as a weapon, using powerful illusions, clones, and phantasmal magic to ensure that their enemies can't believe their own eyes. Mesmers tip the balance of every fight in their favor. So they remind me very much of the Harlequins from 40k, using like light and bending and things like that, but also kind of a bit of psionics from D&D. So Mesmers are masters of Mirage. They weave deception magic that seeks to confound, disorient, and dumbfound their enemies. With a wave of the hand, they can shatter their own illusions to produce even greater special effects. And as a scholar profession, Mesmers wear light armor. So the fact that they can like shatter their own illusions, I think that's really, really cool. It reminds me of, I think it was, the College of Creation from D&D. They can have this musical note, and this musical note is the note of inspiration, but they can shatter it to have a note of force. And that reminds me of the way that they can shatter the illusions. The Mesmers can shatter the illusions. So there's a few different things here. There's a few different professions. Let's see, phantasms. Phantasms are semi-transparent ethereal creations focused on doing damage. That's kind of neat. And then there's clones. Clones are perfect copies of the Mesmers, whose main function is to confuse enemies. So sort of the Naruto shadow clone thing. So they can shadow clone and then they can like mess with your mind. Hey, it is kind of like Naruto using the, what's the one that the Uchihas or whatever can use that mind thing, and I can't remember exactly, yeah, but it's like the big brother of Sasuke, right? He can use that mind thing. And then there's the clones, so it's basically, I don't know, it's like a Naruto thing. And then there's the shatter thing. Mesmers are capable of shattering their clones at will for various effects. So yeah, they can mind whack. That was mind rack. So they can shatter, destroy all your clones, damaging nearby foes. That's pretty neat. Cry of frustration, shatter, destroy all your clones, confusing nearby foes. The shatter effect also occurs at your location. Interesting. Oh, so that happens for both of these. Actually, for the first three. Diversion shatter, destroy all your clones, dazing their targets. Alright, the shatter also occurs at your location. And distortion, shatter, gain distortion and destroy your clones, gaining additional distortion for each one shattered. I don't know what distortion means. Mesmers also enjoy a wide variety of skills which allow them to avoid attacks, either by blocking and counter-blocking, evasion, or by using stealth magic. Mesmers are adept at causing confusion amongst their enemies, a condition which causes the Mesmer's enemies to take damage each time they use a skill, and stacks in intensity. Pardon me, I keep having to lean in. I have to have it small enough so you can see the whole thing on the screen here. I think I might be cutting some bits off, but you have pretty much all of this on the screen here, so you can read this. So yeah, if you have like hearing problems, you can at least still read this. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what some of those things are, but yeah, Mesmers really remind me of the Harlequins from 40k, using their light armor and confusing people, and I think that's really neat. There's a few unique skill types, the clone, phantasm. There's mantras. Mantras are healing or utility skills. Okay, that's kind of neat. They must be prepared before use. Oh, and I did see that there was something mentioned here that Mesmers, oh yeah, okay, so I'm going to go to some trivia. During early concept development, Mesmers were called sorcerers. So yes, this is a very interesting thing, how they have to prepare their spells and all of this. I think that's kind of similar to D&D. And there's glamours. Glamours are utility skills which create shining fields on the ground, which have helpful effects on allies or harmful effects on enemies. So again, very much like the Harlequins. And then there's manipulations. Manipulations are utility skills used to evade attacks, mislead opponents, redirect forces, or simply escape from a deadly situation. And then there's these specializations. Now there's 5 core specializations: domination, dueling, chaos, inspiration, and illusion. And then eventually you get your elite specializations. Those are the pro ones, which are Chronomancer and Mirage. So those who choose the path of the Chronomancer gain new abilities that allow them to rend both space and time, being able to use both as a shield and new wells. So wells are sources of power, I think. Their skill set focuses on past versus future and fast versus slow as key themes. Interesting. So yeah, very like slowing someone down, speeding them up, and then past and future. Interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Flash for some reason. Chronomancers also gain access to, what is this? Continuum split shift. I'm not exactly sure what that is, as well as the new alacrity effect that speeds up skill recharges rather than slowing them down. Interesting. And then the last specialization is Mirage, which really is the Harlequins from 40k. The Mirage moves through the battle like a shifting sand, cloaking themselves rather than dodging attacks. Their graceful swirling axes and prismatic mirrors are as deceptively beautiful as they are deadly. Yeah, so it replaces the Mesmer's dodge ability with a Mirage cloak. So I really like the Mesmer. I think they're really interesting, kind of reminding me a bit of psionics, a bit of, I don't know, a bit of this, bit of that, bit of like Harlequins from 40k, bit of like sorcerer mixed with psionics from D&D, and there's some more trivia here. So Franz Mesmer was a German physician whose ideas led to the development of hypnosis. So they named the Mesmer after someone who sort of created hypnosis. That's kind of interesting. And yeah, there's not too much more to say about the Mesmers. They do have some pretty cool skills. Oh, there were a few other specializations and weapons and crafting and things like that. Let's see. What were just the main core specializations again? Domination, dueling, chaos, inspiration, and illusions. Alright, and you can see that there. So yeah, not too much to say about the Mesmers, and I think I'm going to stop it here because I got a moment or two where it was a bit quiet, so I think I'm just going to leave this here. So go check out the Mesmer from Guild Wars, or you can check out their specializations, the Chronomancer or the Mirage. They're pretty cool. I've never actually played Guild Wars before, but I love listening to the Guild Wars soundtrack when I'm writing fantasy stuff. Whenever I'm writing a fantasy script, Guild Wars 2 soundtrack is like the perfect go-to background music. So I really like the music, and I also really liked the classes. The one in particular that I always liked was the Mesmer. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you weren't too bothered with the reflection. I know you can probably see me there, but yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video, share something cool, and I'm gonna go take a rest now. So thanks very much for watching. If you liked this, leave this video a like. A like shows me that you enjoyed this content and want some more. Subscribe for daily videos. I make at least one video every single day, and leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching.